What's up YouTube, it's DoomKaiser15 here with my competitive build. This is not budget by far. This is quite an expensive build. This is my junk debris Naturia plant. Naturia plants in there to speed up synchros, use spore, for example. Oh, let's get this deck done. One debris dragon. Still not sure that this guy's limited. He's harmless. He gets out Iron Chain easily with a couple of monsters in this deck, and he makes an Ancient Fairy. But nonetheless, I don't see why he's limited at all. I still think he should be at the semi-limited status. But even if he was semi-limited, I'd still only run one. But it's up what Konami just use. It's up to Konami. Three junk synchron. This guy pulls off nice level 5s. He pulls off some 8s at the same time. I tend to use him sometimes. I'd use 10 him in the red Nova Dragon play. You summon him, revive Spore, you sync for red Nova. Easy enough. I recommend running 3. 2 quick draw. This speeds up the deck a lot because I play quite a few of the warrior synchros in my deck. This guy is good at getting fluff tokens out. You discard Dandelion, for example. You get either another choice of a 6 or a 7. So it's either Nitro or Drill, or in some people's cases that's Turbo Warrior. I like this deck in this deck. I like this guy in this deck actually. Yeah, I think it makes I think this is needed a lot, especially when you're running Naturias. You discard a lot because some Naturias are dead in your hand. It's a small lot at the same time. One of the Naturias, one bamboo shoot. You only need one. You're never using him unless you're just going to finish a game. He's, like I said, it's just a push for game. I only like one. Some people like 2, but I only like 1. He's too much money for what he does, but that's why I only run 1, and other reasons as well. Right. 3 Cosmobeat. For obvious reasons, and as a first turn, just like a shocker. People think I run junk debris plant, but they always forget the Naturia part, which is why I run 3 Cosmobeat. It sets up a synchro play for like turn 2, and there's no struggle at all. That's why I run the Naturia engine really. A Photon Shockwave card, the Naturia Maron, Scrap Recycler for Naturias. Just sets up big plays. 1 Pumpkin for a bit of speed. And the last of the Naturias, 1 Beans for a junk play. You send him to the graveyard with a Maron and you just junk play. Simple as. On the plant engine, I don't have a glow up bulb, but I do with what I've got. I've got Lone Fire, I've got Dandelion, and I've got Spore. I don't want to run glow up bulb. Some people say it's necessary. I don't think so. Glow up bulb's also too expensive for what he does. He's a level 1 tuner, fair enough, but that's all I see in him. I run 1 Lightsworn, and people would tend to run Raikou, but instead I run Erin. I prefer Erin because she gets rid of defensive decks. If your opponent's like using Tengu or something and brings it in defense mode, that bounces it to the deck, and your opponent's never at plus, which is awesome. I like this card a lot. On the edge tech choice now. Samgan, search out more or less anything in the deck. Effect Veiler. I put this in over, I think it was a 2nd Card Trooper. I was going to run 2 Card Trooper, but I decided Effect Veiler, especially now with the current meta. I reckon I need 1 in this deck. One card Trooper, as I was just mentioning, I did have 2. Some people don't run this, but I do. Synchron Exploder sets up some nice synchro plays. What else? There's a Neospatian Grand Mole for bouncing anything annoying. It's a personal tech choice of mine.
Like Red Nova.
Gigastone Omega. This sets up synchro plays and gets rid of like useless cards in the graveyard that you just can't revive or summon. Some people have told me to advise against this, but every time I find it useful. I sometimes special summon in attack mode, suicide, and destroy my opponent's spells and traps, which is quite funny. On the spells, staples, Monster Reborn, Foolish Burial, Heavy Storm, Dark Hole, 1 MST, and that's really much for the staples. Smashing Ground for a bit of field control. What duality? It's that plays. People have told me to run 2. I only run 1 because it slows this deck down a lot. This deck needs to be fast or else your opponent's just going to overwhelm you. This deck needs to be fast. My body, to get rid of a Dark Hole and Mirror Force. On Solar Recharge, just to get rid of that Erin if it just can't be used. Also sets up your graveyard for plays. And last but not least, Scapegoat to set up some more synchro plays and a formula play. Traps, Bottomless, Call the Haunted, Mirror Force, Torrential Tribute, all staples. Like I said, this deck needs to be faster than your opponent, so I run a Solemn Warning to slow them down. I was thinking about using Judgment, but I was advised against it, because this is more or less what you want. It's a less of a cost, and you're never really going to get a trap with Solemn Judgment. You're really going to go for a monster, so I was told an advised warning, especially now that it's reprinted. Compulsory to bounce on their synchro deck in case of a mirror match. And the 7 tools against Mirror Force, really. Extra deck. This is my standard run. Well, this is my new standard run. Formula. Take Genius Reciprocal Dragonfly. People don't run this. I do. It sets up some crazy plays. Junk Warrior. Drill Warrior. This is all either your junk or your quick draw plays now. Gaia as a beat stick. Iron Chain because I can't afford Orient. Ancient Fairy Dragon to speed up the deck. Nitro Warrior as a beat stick. Light Gazer for Light Sworns or anything that runs light. Colossal Fighter for 6 Psalms. Red Dragon Archfiend for fun. Road Warrior for fun. Stardust staple. Shooting Star, really easy to get out in this deck. The amount of synchro something this deck can do is just silly. I run Shooting Star because first of all, he's fun. Easy to bring out, and I think is one of the best synchros in the game. It's my second favourite to this guy, my Red Nova. So easy to get out and is one of the biggest monsters there. It's a deck profile for Junk Debris Naturia Plant, non-budget, my first non-budget deck list, and Doomkaiser 15.